Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Punch, counter punch. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time the corner's got the towel, they're going to throw it in. Somehow weathered the storm. Oh my God, Johnny! And now and the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monstrous underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's a necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, it's optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K. Like winner, chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger, author rain is August, wordplay is December, That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slickest icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pictures. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do it or didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Lou would do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman, fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They googling endlessly. Even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability.
Things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Pick a side, will you live, will you die, will you quit, will you try, sweating eyes, who am I, champion till I die, every morning, every night, boy I gotta look alive, now you can hear the crowd going wow, yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight, the champions are back in your town, feel the stands and make them shout tonight, the champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys. Yeah, ain't no time. We already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah, spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no breaks. And you bout to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. Don't want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Are you there?
Hello, would you pick up the phone?
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest cause of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus. And then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsements. But that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears a wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is a rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. I left the story of my life on your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Are you there? Are you there?
Hello,
Are you there?
would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost of appetite and lack of sleep. If it's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
Keeping my head above the water, screaming
make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting close. I said, I can't stand by anymore. Looking in from the outside, I know I can hold the phone. They can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on and help me push it through. Oh, no one can save me from myself. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my voice. I need force, breaking down the walls by force, keeping my head above the water, screaming till I lose my voice. Yeah. We've been talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on. Lord, please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on a battle, so a handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Huh. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone.
Can you catch a shooting star? Maybe here at the observatory. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Up first is the artist. You can see who has the power advantage. Up against them, Supersonic. And this fighter loves to catch and shoot, a counter fighter. This fight, of course, in the heavyweight division, which means knockouts are usually on the menu.
If you're going to give away so much weight, you've got to depend on speed, because if you miss, it hurts from a bigger fighter.
First up, the artist from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI national title. The last time we saw them, they won by knockout, looking to do the same here. And they'll be facing Supersonic from the United States of America, coming off a TKO win.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Tom. This is ridiculous.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the white trunks, trimmed with white, presenting the current national heavyweight champion, The Artist. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks, trimmed with green, Supersonic.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Good counter punch. Misses with the straight left. And he misses with that straight left. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He misses with that jab. Everybody's got their eye on the champion. You have to defend that belt. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he scored. So much for defensive abilities. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A perfect counter lands. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell to start round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That hook doesn't score. Fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Missing with the hook. Just missed with that hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. done with that counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Stumbling around in potholes. In series. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell for round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Incredible work rate. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. No rest for the weary. Missing with that right hook. Is off the charts. His stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. They exchange punches. Tried to score with a jab. Missing with the left uppercut. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That jab won't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. This may do it. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stumbling around in potholes. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't.
Whoa, Johnny. The corner's got the tower. They're going to throw it in. And down goes Supersonic. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Swing and a miss with that hook. Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Let's start the sixth. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. A perfect counter shot. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Beautiful counter punch. A swing and a miss with the right hook. We wanted action, and they are giving. Whoa, wait a minute. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Very clear right there. Will the referee step in? We've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
There's the bell to start round 7. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if
The referees pause the action and we'll take a look at that cut.
Are you okay?
To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. And Supersonic has been knocked out. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. I want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear Nick's the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life
What's up?
on your answering machine.
pick up the We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest because of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus. And then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsements. But that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears a wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is a rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. I left the story of my life on your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Hello, are you there? Would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost the appetite and lack of sleep. It's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
hello? Can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
Born in the thunder, slave to the hunger. They always said there's no way out. Heart of a fighter, forged in the fire. Takes more than that to drag me down. So bring on the rain, bring on the storm. Yeah, bring on the pain. It can't hurt me anymore. Maybe I'll gun, bloodied and bruised, but I don't run, and I sure as hell don't lose. Sure as hell don't lose. Oh no no. Baptized in the river to the life of a sinner, with nothing left but battle scars. The pain and the pleasure haunt you forever.
Get ready for an out-of-this-world experience as we're set for fights here at the Observatory. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up we have the Artist, and they will have a power advantage here. Up against them, Supersonic. And this boxer not going to throw the first punch. They prefer to answer yours. They're a counter fighter. They'll meet as heavyweights.
You've got power, you've got fight. It's like somebody blocked the sun out. Then you've got someone that's shorter, that's lighter, that's smaller. They've got to move, they've got to use their speed. Depend on their boxing skills. If you can do that, if you can outbox them, you can beat anybody that's in front of you. Got to be smart, got to be sharp, got to stay on your toes.
Up first is the Artist from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI national title, coming off a knockout victory in their last fight. they'll be facing Supersonic from the United States of America. In their last fight, they got knocked out. Let's see if they can bounce back in this one.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the white trunks, trimmed with white, presenting the current national heavyweight champion, the Artist. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks, trimmed with green, Supersonic.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Got out of the way of that right hook. Ooh, a stiff right jab. Nice counter shot. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The champion is back for another defense. There's a counter shot. That hook was off target. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfect.
Oh my God, Johnny! This may do it! And down goes Supersonic. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Well, look at his corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Got out of the way of that right hook. Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made...
There's the bell to start round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
For that receipt, it's always coming. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't score with that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Catch and shoot. Will the referee stop it? And it's a supersonic boom as down goes Supersonic. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Here we go to the 4th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. The charts action from both of these fighters. You don't want to trade shots. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Massive upset this would be. Good job trying to back. And you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did. Otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Time for the 5th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That left hook, did you see? And Supersonic doesn't look so super now as he's down. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Yeah, look at Duff. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, what ping we bring, man right, somebody shot fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping we bring, man right, somebody shot fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping we bring, man right, somebody shot fling. Hook up, fling, right up, fling. Portrait ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you, you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros, I stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joker in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping.